We want to thank everyone for coming out on this snowy night, and we do appreciate the audience that we have tonight. We want to thank all the elected officials that are here, the press, and most of all, you guys, the supporters. Ramarley was murdered February 2nd, 2012. So this marks the 2-year memorial of his death. For the 2 years, we started a cause. It's called Ramarley's Call, where we try to fight for justice for the wrongful death. Those of who were following the case knew exactly what happened. That Richard Case he was indicted and he got thrown out twice by a grand jury. But with the mother, the father, the families, and the supporters, we're going to continue to fight with everyone's help, including their lawyers. So we're going to start the program. As usual, we do everything with an opening prayer. And at this time, I'm not sure if Pastor Reverend Kelly's here. Okay, so we're going to start the program with Pastor Morris.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Praise the Lord tonight.
Praise the Lord.
Let us have a word of prayer. Gracious God, as your son wept with Mary and Martha at the tomb of Lazarus, we ask that you look with compassion on those who grieve, especially the Wang's family. Grant them the assurance of your presence now and faith in your eternal goodness, that in them may be fulfilled the promise that those who mourn shall be comforted through Jesus Christ our Lord. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you, Pastor Morris. So our night, we are filled with a bunch of entertaining. We have speakers and performers throughout the program. We're kindly asking each of you to say a few words about Ramarley and what you know of him when we do introduce you to come up. So at this time, we have the president of 1199, George Gresham.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
I'm here to be supportive of the Graham family. Watching this PowerPoint makes it not easy to speak after that. The injustice hurts so deep. I am the president of 1189, and we have 430,000 members in 5 states in the District of Columbia, and Ramarley's mother is a proud member of our union, but I'm not just here to support one of our members. I'm here to support this community that I grew up in. It was only in the late 60s that I was attending what was then Olinville Junior High School, and remember many days that I actually played basketball in the basement of this church. I think that the gym is still down there. And but the sad piece is that the harassment and the intimidation that I used to get from the police, sometimes just for walking we have to insist that justice is done both to the family of Ramarley and to our community. We deserve to make sure that justice is being done. And I want to thank you that the inclement weather did not stop you from coming out and let your voices be heard. I apologize that I have to leave here and go to another appointment in Brooklyn, but there's nothing, weather or anything else, that wouldn't stop here, because if raising our voices collectively, if there's something that we can do in 1199 to bring justice for our community, then we are obligated to do it. It's not maybe what we would want to do. Last night as I was watching the football game, and you know, I was going for the winners, so I definitely, people told me I was wrong to go for Seattle, but I proved them wrong. But they were winning so much until it got to be boring after a while. And so I just happened to grab a movie and I put in the movie. It was about Fruitvale. And to be quite honest with you, it brought back this pain again and again. And the difference of where we are right now with this case and that case, at least there was justice by the police who committed the murder in that situation. We deserve at least to have that justice here this evening. I won't be long, but I grew up in an area near here called the Valley, and I raised 3 children in this area. My oldest daughter is going to be 33 this year, and then I have a 26-year-old daughter, and I have a 24-year-old son. And, you know, it is not hard to think of any of my children in this situation rather than Ramarley. It's just by circumstance, sisters and brothers, that it happened to have been Ramarley. But it could have easily been any of us here, because it's not a question of his bad behavior or criminal activity. It was a question of his pigmentation and his social environment in which he lived in. And that is unacceptable to us. And so I want to repledge the commitment of 1199 and the resources that we have to support the Graham family to make sure that we don't stop until justice is served.
Thank you, Mr. Gresham. We have a song by Nicole. She's going to be singing the opening song.
Hello, everyone.
Hi.
I don't even think I need them. It's really loud. Let's see. dad. And, you know, it's sad that a life was taken in such a short period of time. And I just want to say to the parents that may God continue to give y'all strength to go on, because as, I don't know, the president for 1199 would say, you know, I can't imagine, you know, if it was one of my kids. And then for you young people, you know, you guys need to open up your eyes and realize that it doesn't even take for you to do anything. As he said, just because of our pigmentation, we are being wiped out, you know, and it's just a sad thing, but thank God that he's giving you guys strength. Frank and Constance, I was about to say. Thank God that he's giving you guys strength, and I'm going to continue to keep y'all in my prayers, because I know it's not easy. I believe that children are our future. Teach them well